Welcome back, world. Here come another episode of the Moving Forward Show, man. What's goody,
That's a
man?
fact, man.
We back,
That's a
man. What's
fact.
good? What's good, show, man? We've been going for 2 weeks, man. People was hitting my phone. They like, yo, man, what's going on with the show? Y'all niggas fell off already?
Tell
What's
niggas
up?
to get a hobby or something, man. Like niggas had to get shit in order, man.
Well, it's in order, man. It's
Yeah,
everything
so
good,
tell
though?
niggas to get a hobby.
Nah, I had to tell niggas that everything was good, man. We just take a break. I told niggas you was in Atlanta networking.
Why you lie to them niggas like that?
Nah, but what's good, world? We got a special guest in the building, man.
It's very,
Very, very special
very
guest.
special, very special. With a capital
I
V.
like how y'all drumming it up.
Word, we got
Very.
RICHARDINE BARTEE.
What's up?
What's good?
I'm great. How y'all doing?
What's good? What's
what's up,
good?
Richard
Be-
Dean?
better known to the world as Yams.
Yeah.
Listen,
What?
my Yamsy.
Don't get in trouble with that.
Ooh.
By who?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Fuck
I don't
outta
know.
here.
All right, say no more. Your Yamsy.
What the fuck you talking about?
Your Yams.
Yeah, my yams.
What's good? What's good, Richie Dean?
Oh man, there's so many great things going on right now.
Before you get into that, let the world know who is RICHARDINE BARTEE.
That's a
Let the world know.
These days, I do publicity and marketing for international celebrities. Some are stateside. I've written for MTV back in the days. I started a company called GRUNGECAKE 12 years ago. And through that company, I've been able to garner all of the sweet, amazing things that I have in my network now.
Right.
So that's the short
GRUNGECAKE.
version.
That's the short version.
That's
'Cause
it.
I was sitting here looking at you like, really?
Yeah, we ain't got all day.
Okay,
We got
that's what
enough
you give
time.
her?
We got
Intro.
enough time. We got enough
She
time.
gave us the professional answer.
Nah.
The breakdown all in one. Like sum it up to that, you know?
I
Where you
gotta
from?
leave something for y'all to,
Where you
so
from,
you can
Rich?
ask me questions.
Where you
I'm
from?
from Jamaica, Queens.
Queens in the motherfucking building. Queens get the money.
Yeah,
Queens
that's what
get
they
the
say.
money.
Queens get
Silently.
the money. Silently.
That's a lie. That's a fucking
What, the
lie.
silent part or that we get
Silent.
money?
The silent part. Them niggas let you know they get money.
That's a fact.
Okay. Wait. Drop
That's a
some
fact.
names. Who we
Queens been getting money
me
for
tell
a
you
minute.
something.
Queens been fucking with Brooklyn too.
Let me tell you
Know what I'm
something.
saying?
Names I can name will definitely not go well. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
But Queens been getting money for a minute since the 80s, man.
Okay.
They been up there. They
They
been up
still
there
there.
with Harlem and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with Queens.
I ain't even gonna lie. Queens is the only borough that Queens. I don't know about the other Queens. That Queens is the only borough, that actually helped their niggas.
What you mean by that? Get a little more in depth.
Nah, they help their niggas. They give a helping hand. Like everybody getting to $1 some type of way based on a helping hand from that specific set or that specific crew or that specific nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Bimmy.
Yeah. I was about to
Bimmy.
say yeah.
Shout out Bimmy. That's the homie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the most part, we
Yeah.
do have community there. It's kind of stunted. I won't say that everybody does well, but for the most part, the people that are clicked up, they do well.
So what do you do for like independent artists? Do you just work with independent artists, or do you work with signed artists? Like, what kind of work do you do with these people?
A little bit of both. I started writing about independent artists from the very beginning, and what do I do for them?
Right.
I would say
Give 'em light.
just to condense it to make it make sense for people who may not understand. When I was writing for MTV, what I did was I took hip hop artists and EDM artists and pitched them to my editor at the time. So pitching is basically saying, hey, show, hey, flow, like, this artist is amazing for these reasons and list them. And I think that we should support them with the MTV brand.
Right.
And I want to say all times that I did pitch, I got my way, thank God. And some of those artists have gone on to do some amazing things. So before that, they didn't get on a mainstream or like major media website. They didn't have any of those like premier partners or anything like that. So I basically was an instrument in helping them become major or being looked at by other major entities.
Right. So that means you got the vision. You got the hindsight to say this is somebody that's going to blow. You got the air. What do you what do you look for when you see an artist?
There's a lot of things, but because we're in the industry of sound, like the sound has to be together, and then the next thing is the look, and then if you pass those two things, then it's like we can talk about something.
What about the respect part? Like like the artist listening to you or taking your advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some artists come in and already have their way, and when you come in and try to steer it, they like, you know what I mean? Like, at least take the criticism or whatever's given to you, and then go from there.
If they come in the yams, they ain't got their way.
No, what I'm saying is like even some people that got already that's on the way come to yams.
Oh, they already stuck in their ways type shit. Like,
but like after you sit down and have that meeting with yams, like how do you work with a person that just don't want to take
the constructive criticism?
Constructive criticism, like.
Well, I think because I literally had a situation like this not even 2 weeks ago, so it's pretty interesting that you mentioned that. I would say that the young artist is gifted, makes amazing music, comes from an area that is just known for like excellence, music-wise, and while they're great, creatively, personally, a lot of artists deal with different issues. So whether it's like economic or financial issues or drug abuse or whatever it is, they do to cope. When you meet the real person, you have to then say to yourself, as somebody that's like me, like, is this worth it? Can we get over this hump? Is it just money that they need? Is it rehabilitation? You're dealing with somebody and their demons,
right,
or like their ways or whatever it is, and you just have to know what's worth it. Like, you have to see if you are able to mend this person or deal with the way that they are. And if you're somebody that just wants to get money and you see it as a quick dollar, then you don't really care about them. Then it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to take these songs and push it. Cool. And then like, meanwhile, this person is getting strung out and you've made your money. And if they die or if they're killed, you still got the
right,
items, you still got the product. So there's so many different dynamics. No one is the same. I know that we like to say that everybody's the same. We're not the same.
That's a fact.
Some people may look the same, but everybody's battling different things at different times. So it's heavy.
It's heavy.
So what do you do? You just take these you take their songs, or what do you do? Like, what exactly what you do with these artists? You take them to the studio, you put them in studios where they record songs, or you just take the songs to labels? Like, what do you do? Like,
well, everyone is not at the same stage when
Right.
they come to me. Generally, let's say it's a new artist, right? They don't have like any cosigns or anything like that, and they just come to me, like, let's just say like straight off the street. I'm gonna listen to what it is they have. So they either give me the music, and that's like via email, or they play it for me.
not in your inbox, not in your DM.
If you're, here's the thing, like, if anybody's gonna send me music, either you can use the service that I use, that I will not mention here, or you can email me. My email is public, but for some reason, people feel like they need to send me stuff on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, I can't. There's no way that I can keep up
Right.
with all of those things and actually do the work that you need me to do.
Right.
But so I will listen to the songs and give them feedback. That's usually where it starts. Like, can I work with this thing? Do I like this thing? Then it's a brainstorming process of where do I think this fits? Which label are already releasing music that sounds like this?
Right.
Do they have somebody that looks like this and sounds like this? It's so many different things. And then, can this person fit here? can they do anything that's different?
Right.
So, I mean, I've even come across like Megan Thee Stallion a long time ago. I've pitched her to write about her to several publications, and I've been curved. And now, 2019.
She's popping.
Exactly. So I got all my receipts. Anybody that knows me, I have the receipts.
Right.
So either you listen to me or you don't.
Damn.
Man, listen, man. She has the air in
The vision,
the
the
vision,
insight.
man. Like she can hear it. She's, I mean, after I met her, I know she was the one.
That's when I first met Yams, bro, it was like love at first sight. No lie. And I'm not even capping right now. It just was like the love was organic. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bang Out.
Oh, and we met because y'all was interviewing my partner and I at the
Yes.
time. That's
Right.
crazy.
At the
That's
time.
the first day we
I
met.
got one sneaky clip of our interview. I'ma wait to leak it later. Once everything blow up, I'ma leak that shit later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one with all of us. It was me, Show You, and your
Oh,
partner.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leak that later.
What, like video or?
I
like,
got a
what you mean?
video of it.
That's crazy.
I got a video
That's
of it.
crazy.
That was a great conversation. I wish it came out, but
It's
people
somewhere.
lost files and.
It wasn't meant for that to come out.
Word.
It was
guess so.
dope. It was dope.
No. See,
dope.
look, based on the energy that was in that building, it wasn't supposed to go that way.
Woo, that was intense.
The
Definitely.
energy was no good over there, man.
At all, man. I'm happy
So-
we out of that shit. What's the grunge cake thing about? I always wanted to ask you that.
No, first of all, that name is incredible. What made you come up with grunge cake? Like, what's the meaning behind that? The
Okay,
name.
so
That shit is dope.
when I was thinking about the name, because I knew what I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to create some sort of avenue for the people that was around me first, really, to be able to get some sort of exposure, regardless of what they did. It was music or art or whatever. So I had a boyfriend at a time that was doing a bid.
Oh shit!
And the pen pal, and y'all funny. Pen pal and all that. So I would send him letters. I've always been a writer, so I'll send him letters, and
Oh, how beautiful!
and we'll go back and forth. And so I had different like versions of it, but I knew that I wanted it to be something that described somebody's beginning to their end, or like them getting to their goal. So
Right.
grunge being the beginning of anything, like most things are not difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like the getting down, like the nitty gritty, like the nasty part of
Grungy.
it, and then like getting to the cake, or, achieving the success that you want. And sometimes it doesn't have to even be like a long thing, like a long journey. It could be for somebody who is like not able-bodied, like if they get up one morning and they're able to walk to their front door, like that's the achievement for that day, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So that's I knew that I wanted to tell those stories.
That's dope. Grunge cake. Shout out to grunge cake again.
Shout all the way out. But what up? So is grunge cake something you doing by yourself? Do you have a partner? Is like,
Oh shit!
So yeah, it's a soul company. I believe it will always be that way because it's really me. And when I say it's me, it's like my vision. It describes me so well. It's me, like in publication form.
well, I see you on a cup.
Yeah.
I see you on a cup.
It's
yo.
me. It's about
That's
me,
a fact.
and it is me. But I do have other people that help me. I have a partner in Denver, and I have people that help me. Yes, and they help in different ways. So either they're, when I have to go do a meeting, they're contributing and learning to write or finding their voice. A lot of people that write for me have never written before,
Right.
but they see what I do and they feel like they can do it too, and that's very important for me. I never thought about that like when I was creating it, but to know that I inspire people is very nice. So
When you be doing your writing on specific people or entities or whatever you do, right? Is your process long or like do you do a like for the moment, or you do the history of the person or the person?
And she be Wikipedia, everything, right? Google
Yeah.
everything.
Like,
I think it depends on how passionate I am about what I'm writing. Because overall, I'm a very passionate person. If it's something that I'm like really interested in and I'm writing about it, I will take the time to either I'm sitting with the person and understanding like through oral history,
Yeah.
or I am looking it up and researching, and based on what I see, I write about it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm like, because people got different variations of what they do or how
Right.
they do it, and I know she be writing. So like, what's your timetable? Like, if it's something that you doing, do you like go from? You know what I mean? You broke it down good. I fucks with
Yeah,
you.
it's various.
Do you work with artists that you don't like? Or
No.
every artist you work with, do you have to have a
Oh,
relationship
come
with
on,
them?
Yams.
No, I feel like if there's something that I don't like, somebody else will like it. And I don't feel like for a new artist, it helps to put any anything out there, negative energy or anything like that. Like, if somebody else likes it, that's for them. What's for me is for me. So I'm going to push that. And because I believe in it and I'm talking about it, then somebody else is going to believe it because they know I'm not going to stand behind anything that I don't believe in.
Is it an age range that you specifically look for when you get these artists?
No, I have to connect to the music or the item or the product, whatever it is. Age doesn't matter.
Do you feel like talent is talent? Like, if you got it, you fucking got it. Like, you could be 11.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to who the person is,
Right.
and whether you can deal with that person, whether they're ready. Sometimes some people have to go through some things to really understand and cherish and like appreciate what it is that you can do for them.
Right. Oh no, I appreciate that answer. That's definitely the best answer. With a person appreciate what you do for them.
And then you, on the other side of that, right, of the artist, you have to know when somebody is not ready and not hold that against them.
Right.
I think that's the part of being mature and being accountable also, and being forgiven, because otherwise you'll just be bitter.
Quick question. Earlier today, I was on social media. I came across something about Jermaine Dupri saying how female rappers all sound the same. They're strippers. They rapping about, they're just rapping about the same thing. There's no lyrical content coming from no new female rap artist. That's mainstream. Then I seen a rebuttal from Cardi B was saying that well, how can you complain about female rappers rapping about sex and stuff when we got female rappers that get lyrical and y'all not paying them no mind. You're paying rappers mind that talk about sex. How you feel about that whole thing?
Well, first and foremost, I think that they're both right for having their perspectives. I think that he's trolling. I think that he is a seasoned industry vet. He knows what to say. He knows what's going to get a rise out of people. I think that he's doing the same work that Cardi B is doing when he mentions what he says about stripper rap, or however he classifies it, especially as somebody being from Atlanta and just the strip culture, the stripping culture. And then Cardi B having the past that she had, and what I really liked about what she said though in the second video is that she actually said the women's names and shouted them out.
Rap City.
Because I feel like we have these conversations behind the scenes and, industry insiders. We know who's who. We know who's rapping about whatever. But what Cardi B did say is that, the general public, they want what they want. Right. So how do you then cater to the engine and the market that's already set up? From the likes of like Lil' Kim and going back to like the Foxies, and there's still people alive that felt like they didn't have them fully,
Right.
They kind of just died out and
fast,
so whenever something that sounds remotely like that comes around, or somebody is beautiful, right? And the industry is image driven. So if we can look at you and wish that we can have you or be with you or be your friend, like that's just a plus plus plus.
Right.
And so we can sell, and sex sells, and it will always sell.
Sex always
We're
sells,
all a
man.
product of sex. They speak for people who can't necessarily speak for themselves, and that's why people like it. It is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, I think Jermaine Dupri again is a little bit trolling. But shit, my favorite female rapper was almost 30 years ago.
Who, MC Light?
Nah, The Boss.
From that's Detroit. Deep. The boss is crazy. I don't wanna be. That beat was crazy. But y'all say that Jermaine Dupri was trolling, but he did have his artist was what's her name?
The Brat.
Brad?
Well, she sold him right.
She went platinum, man. She had a song with Big.
But wait, she did also get sexy at
Sexy
some point.
quickly.
She did. She got sexy quickly.
As
At the end.
they told her, yo, you look like a boy.
She
She
did
went
get
and
sexy.
put some tight shit on her. He was like, "Oh, Brad got an ass."
She started talking about her and boys.
Right,
That
all
song.
that.
That's what I'm looking for.
but-
know what I mean?
look,
So
but-
you right.
But you
You
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I think what he's doing is trying to get them to rap.
Right.
You know, and they rap in their own way, their version.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But
like,
you know who I feel never got they just due that I used to love lyrically?
who?
Rod Digger.
Yeah, Rod Digger was
she's
dope.
very talented.
Rod Digger, what? But she didn't get her just due.
Rod
Around
Digger.
that time, she was out with the Foxies and the Little Kims
Mm-hmm.
and the Brat had come through and sprinkled there.
Yeah, but you see,
Missy.
and all where you come, you know, what camp you come from. Like, she stood out and Busta and them. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was really like Busta and her.
Busta need to come out with that Flip Mode Squad album again
Right,
because
but
I
everybody
want to hear
not on the
Rod
same
Digger.
terms. Everybody ain't on them terms no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Rod Digger was nice. Light was nice. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like that's why people love Nicki Minaj so much, because of like her
get
skill
lyrical.
set and her beauty. So it's kind of like, damn, like we
She was-
finally got like
The full
you know,
package.
Yeah, exactly.
She was better before the ass job. Promise you.
When she was
I have
when she
nothing
was
to
with
say
Fendi.
about
When
that.
she was Queens. When she was in Queens in the buildings with niggas and shit like that and hanging.
Well, you mean the come up Nicki
Yeah, I'm
Minaj.
talking about, you know, that could still, Nicki was still shapely then. You know?
Nicki was nice with the ass and without the ass.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, it's like a Kim, man. Like, Kim with her face and shit. Like, you were cute. Like, y'all niggas is bugging.
Little Kim was nice before the surgery and after the surgery.
No,
Listen, I think again, right? When we talk about people, we always have to look at them as people, right? And then you got to think about the pressure that they're always under, right? And then these are women. So ass touching your face or whatever it is, they feel like they need to do those things because of the environment that they're in and what they're feeling. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily like to talk about those kind of things because everybody else is already talking about that, and they know what they've done. Like, they have to live with that. So I think we always gotta like
Be sensitive to that.
yeah, because no, and then I think also as fans, like, we want to see certain things. Like, you're gonna look at a fatter ass like before you look at the girl like with the plank back. Like, it's just it is what it is. Like,
Yams, I feel you on that, but both of these artists that I was talking about didn't have a plain back. You know what I'm saying? So like, they were cutie pies. Like they were good looking women. Early.
but maybe they didn't feel like that.
That don't
Maybe
got
they
nothing
didn't
to
feel
do.
like.
But they looks don't got nothing to do with their skills.
I'm not taking away from their skills. They dope. I fuck with Nicki. I fuck with Kim. I fuck with Foxy. You know what I mean? I like Kanye. You know what I mean? I fuck with
she's
Kanye.
dope.
She's dope.
Kaya baby.
No, Cayenne from
Oh, Cayenne.
Queens. What's the name? Artist. What's his name? Shatik.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, she dope. Like, she sound gritty. She be spitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta check
Like,
out. What's your relationship with Def Jam?
I helped them out with their new artists, just like with any other label.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they have new artists, they send the music to me. Either it's embargo, meaning that it's private and I can't share it until, you know, they ask me for feedback. They asked me.
I trust you too, Yams.
So
trust you.
so you got these big machines that's trusting you with an artist's future.
Yes.
So if you say, I don't think this gonna rock, that'll put them to the back of the boat, or it'll get them kicked off the label. Like, how do that go?
Well, I think they just take what I say into consideration, and then either they can like reorganize, or they'll wait on the song and maybe drop it, maybe not, or maybe they'll re-record the song, or like based on what I say I see in a visual, then they'll implement that. Like it really varies.
So
With a machine like that, it's going to vary, though, her decisions. You know what I'm saying?
quick question is: does Def Jam got good music about to drop in the next year or two?
They just signed so many new artists, like 26 new artists at the top of the year. Did you see that?
Whew. No, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
But
they
they
did.
got free money, so they got to do that.
Yeah, they have a
budget.
whole new roster that they're testing right now, and putting them on tours and doing that kind of stuff.
Is it going good? Cause I ain't heard
Yeah.
nothing like a new Def Jam artist in a while.
I think right now what they're doing is, so a lot of the artists that they did sign, they already had fan bases,
Right.
basically, like the social media fan bases. Like this one girl named Sensei Molly. She's fly. She's from Texas. And they're like, what I like about Texas is that you can be huge in Texas and not be huge anywhere else, and you'll still be good.
Right.
Because you could tour
Shit is
Texas.
huge.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could tour Texas and never
And
touch
still
the
be
rest of
good.
the country and be great.
Right.
But
Places
there's
huge.
so many artists now that have visibility. I think that even before the internet, there was always a lot of artists. They just didn't have the visibility.
Yeah, visual.
What's going on with the New York artists?
They don't have the support that they need from New York.
What
It's
you mean?
nothing consistent.
By the radio support, or just the people?
Radio, the community, people, everybody is trying to look out for themselves and their squads. So everybody's clicked up, and I think that's just what we do naturally. But there is no hub, no community, no
Smart.
space where people can consistently go and test things or just talk about things or like play things for people. There's nothing like
Yeah,
that.
there's underlying hate in New York.
Everybody hating each other.
Underlying hate, like it's like if this thing is gonna stop their shine, they won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't win.
Not just with
We don't-
everything.
we don't win. But if you go to these other states, this person pulls this
They
person,
piggybacking off each other.
This person pulled this person, and before you know it, it's four of them.
But they say they learned that from us. Every time I talk to somebody from somewhere else, they say they learned the camaraderie from us.
Yeah.
But
Drummer
what we
Boy,
used
Drummer
to
Boy
do.
said that.
But that was
Yeah.
back in the days, because even with them, even with the EPMDs and them, they piggybacked.
Mm-hmm.
So the month of the man. So it was Red Man, Method Man, then Method Man, then Red Man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When it was LL, it was L, Ja.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was back to back, and all of them was like, "This is coming. Look out for this," because they was underneath the same hub.
Right.
Do you think, respectfully, the people that were before everyone now, do you think everybody got fat and rich and forgot everybody
Nah,
else?
because these niggas are still struggling. Like if oh man, can't even
Say it.
like the things that the older cats, that golden era is what they say they know now. The young cats don't pay the homage enough or pay the respects. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, say that again?
Like the era, the golden era, like
Mm-hmm.
when it was just but so many groups around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have the access and the things that the young cats have right now,
Okay.
right? So when they doing something, they really don't know what's going on.
Who don't know what's going on?
Like most of the older cats don't know what's going on. You
But
might
where's
get
the
one or two.
disconnect? because something had to have happened, or maybe nothing happened, because everybody has the same tools right now. So I don't really understand.
But the older cats don't really know the tools.
But whose fault is that?
I mean, they're themselves. I mean, the ones that know it are the ones that's still successful. The LLs, the J's, the, you know, who else that's still there? Fat Joe. Fat Joe still
That's a super fact.
is part of everything that goes on in every year. Like,
And you got to say Jim Jones and all of them. They old now,
Jim,
too.
But Jim was late 90s. You know what I'm saying? But still, he took something from Jules and Cam and created his own lane, and now he's the rapper. Like, he's the star.
Well, maybe that has to do with them wanting to do it. Because what's stopping the other people from doing it? And then, like, people have kids. Like,
Right,
why
that's
are
a
people
fact.
not? I don't know.
And also, too, I think the older cats don't like to take the advice from the younger people, like giving them, I think you should try that. You know, they got to see it through someone else of their peer.
They stuck in their ways.
And then be like, oh, shit, you mentioned that. Yeah, I told you that 10 years ago. Like,
But then, like, how many months pass and then it's done?
it's done.
Everything move fast now. So you gotta move with
Everything
it.
moves fast, man. There's so much going on that the older cats.
Do you see a disconnect? Why you like
Right, them niggas out because
piggybacking.
them niggas,
You
them
double
niggas,
dutching on.
them niggas is pissing me off though. You know what I mean? Like,
Say what you need
Say what you gotta
to
say.
say.
Say what you gotta say.
them niggas is pissing me off. They ain't really doing nothing like they supposed to be doing.
What they
but
supposed to
mad,
be doing?
But they mad at the young culture for doing what they doing, like continuing to win, investing in themselves and doing things for them. You know what I'm
then
saying?
they just gonna be mad then.
They
I don't know.
I feel like these young cats that's out here is winning. Like you got the baby. I love the baby. I like his energy. I like his music.
Yeah.
I really respect what these dudes are doing.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm not comfortable with is like when I flick on these people, none of them from New York.
No, I get that, but I think that too. This young era won't have the run that the older cats did.
You think so?
I don't think, because of their music, I don't think there's something that you'll go see 20 years from now.
There's
But
no
you gotta
substance. There's no
remember-
substance in their music.
Nah, but you got to remember that there's people from their generation that's all they know. So they're going to see that in 20 years. It may not be you and I, but they're going to see it. They're going to grow older and be 20 years older and want to go see whoever in 20 years.
I don't believe that.
Absolutely. I'm sure our parents or whoever thought the same thing. Like, who the hell is this DMX and
That's a
and
super
LL
fact.
Cool J? And they're great to us, but they didn't connect. Like,
That's right.
they love soul singers and the Motown era and
Mm-hmm.
all those other things. And I also like that, but it's like, respectfully, if you don't get it, then it's just not for you. I feel like they will go. I mean, like, look at XXX. Like, people love him.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right. I mean,
people gonna go see that.
No, I'm saying, like, for what they speaking on their music, right? Mm-hmm. It's adrenaline. It's for what they doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you 20 years from this age, you might be, because they like 20-something. So 20 years from now, you're 40. So you still drilling?
Absolutely.
You got people that still is drilling though.
I'm talking about them. I'm talking about the the little baby crowd. Like, them niggas is 22, 23.
Right.
20 years from now, they be 43.
Bro, DMX goes concert right now. You barking with him.
I ain't barking.
You're a 50-year-old man barking. You go, what the deal? We barking with DMX and you go to the
I'm
show.
not
Love
barking,
DMX.
but I'm definitely shouting them lyrics. I don't know about the barking part.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't know about the
There's
barking part.
different artists for different moments in your
Right.
life. So you tune into whatever it is that you're looking, and there's
you
still
go to
the
Jay-Z
classic
concert.
R&B stuff.
You're a
like,
50-year-old. You selling drugs.
hey.
You know what I mean? Throwing a diamond up. You 50.
I
Throwing a
don't.
diamond
I don't
up.
think it should rely on
You like
drill
this,
artists. That's why
50.
it's different genres and different eras. And
We don't
so
have
if
genres,
If
though.
you wanna, yeah. What do you mean we don't have genres?
It's just hip hop.
No,
Like,
it's
we
not.
don't
There's
have,
so many subcategories.
like,
Do you think this like this new music is hip hop?
Absolutely.
no?
That's like saying,
what is hip hop though?
do you think that this child doesn't have parents? Come on. Like, where did it come from? It came from somewhere.
It branched off from hip hop, but it don't. We don't have everything is hip hop. You could put Mary J. Blige in hip hop. She R&B.
She's hip hop and R&B.
Hip hop soul.
Hip hop, soul, whatever. But when you go rock, they got rock classic. They got alternative
They got rock
they got,
rap.
yeah.
They
You
have
know,
all
metal-
that.
metal
they got,
rock.
they got all types of categories. We have one. You could put Mary J. with J. Like how?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Because she's singing and she features rappers, and the way that she's singing it is not always ballads. So that's what makes it hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right.
It's a mix of genres.
Now, Yams, in your profession, whereas can you take an artist that was up and now they're declining? Can they come to you for help them get back in this generation? Whereas they was popping at one time, but now they kind of like fell off. They don't know how to adjust to this new shit that's going on out here.
Yes. And will they be what they were? No. Can they be somebody of substance that has an experience and can like expound on it and teach other people? Yes. So you have to know where you are and be real with yourself and know that you're not necessarily going to compete with what's going on right now. However, if you were like, let's say Gucci Mane, right? And when you came out, you were making trap music from the very beginning. And I mean, it's like either him or T.I. say that they started trap music, whichever one it is. But like,
Whichever one.
Jeezy.
Nah,
Yeah,
Jeezy
like-
was late.
No, I know Jeezy was late. That's right.
in the grand scheme of things, like the younger generation, they look at Gucci Mane like he's a godfather,
Right.
Right.
So in their minds, he's old, respectfully. So if
crazy.
he didn't have the bounce back that he had and the support from putting everybody else on, he would be looked at like the rest of
washed
these
up.
people, being washed. I think there's ways to do it. I had a conversation about Lil' Kim. I love Lil' Kim so much.
Little Kim could never be washed to me.
Yeah, no, but I don't think she's washed. I think that had a lot of the bickering and like just the women stuff and like all of the things, right? Like I don't know how much people know because there's a lot of like chatter behind the scenes, but
Right.
I feel like if she had just said, like forget all of these other things and like what had happened to me, and she just like fully embraced all of the women that were coming out right now publicly,
Yes.
it would just be like, oh my God, Lil' Kim, like we love you, like, and all of that would go away, like. But she has to be the bigger person and not only just do it publicly one time, but be consistent. And then all of that stuff,
Would just go away.
surgery, all that stuff that people say, it would be gone. It wouldn't even matter.
You don't think she got her reasons on not dealing with other artists, female artists?
Absolutely.
She got her reasons.
Absolutely.
What could be one of them?
Them not paying homage to her. Them taking something that she created and saying that, acting like she.
But one of the females did. Took her look, put it on the album cover, took her hair color.
And said that ain't come from her.
But come on, man.
We know that where it came from, but
She
that's
know
not
that.
paying homage, bro. Paying homage is Little Kim. This is where I got it from. I love you. That's
I
it.
mean,
You know what? I think part of her frustration, I can't really speak for her, but I think part of the frustration is like the people that were behind Nicki Minaj. And it's like, like who let this out? Like there was nobody there saying like, let's check with Kim first, or like,
Right.
like it's certain things that should happen. And I feel like that's where the disconnect is. Like no one really cares. People just do what they want to do and like will just deal with the repercussions later on.
I'm mad that I never got a Little Kim and Foxy album. If they came out with an album right now, I get it because I feel like I was cheated from that.
Right.
Yeah, I missed that too.
I needed a Foxy and a Little Kim album bad.
Yeah, said it the right way. Like the homage. Like
They never
the
paid homage to
disrespect.
each other.
KRS-One told me that shit because I asked him. I was like, "Yo, what's up with you and Shan?" He was like, "If MC Shan didn't respond, there wouldn't be no KRS-One."
Yeah, it's a fact.
But he responded. He gave me a career. And that shit, I looked at him like he had 4 heads. You know what I mean? Pause. Like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? He was like, yo, he didn't have to respond. That record clearly says where they're from, not like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, he gave me something. I took it, went with it. He said, yo, all he had to do was just not respond.
And then it would be no KRS-One.
Wouldn't be no KRS-One.
It wouldn't be no Bridges Over, none
None
of
of
that.
that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, like the respect level. It's another situation with the petty guy, but
But that Bridges Over, like when I listen to like Nas and shit like that, that Bridges Over it's like it birthed Queensbridge because it made everybody from Queensbridge so upset. Know what I'm saying? It created a lot of monsters.
Right. It created some shit, but
that Bridges Over, that shit created a monster.
Like it opened the door for everyone,
right.
But Shan just should have just been quiet, and then it wouldn't have been no KRS-One to open the door for everyone. So it was like a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
So do you just allow somebody to disrespect you? Or
No,
wax?
I mean no. I mean, I like friendly
Especially
competition. Shan was nice then. Don't do that.
Shan was. I know. I'm saying.
And he held it down by himself.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying especially MC Shan. He can't take that.
Right, but friendly competition is good. I think the extra shit that go on with the rapping is different. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, like niggas ain't know. Eric B and Rakim had beef with EPMD.
Right.
You didn't know. It was
Right.
it's in the raps, but
Right.
you ain't know.
They were subliminally talking to each
LL
other.
Cool J diss everybody on songs he get on.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a fact.
like it's just
Female
crazy.
rappers too. I don't give a fuck, boo.
You know what I'm saying? Like right, but it was friendly competition. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It was just get your bars. I don't like what L did to Cannabis though, but
That was deeper than that. That was deeper than just bars.
nah, that nigga changed his whole lyric. That shit those wasn't the lyrics for that.
Oh, I know.
4321.
Cannabis was a monster.
That's a nice song.
It's still dope to this day.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit, you know what I mean? It was friendly. This shit it's a whole shootout after a song now with the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So Yams, can you let us know what you're doing now?
Right?
Yo.
Okay, let us know what
That's
you're
a
doing
fact,
now.
right? Yeah, this is a whole shootout after a song now. You be like, oh, this nigga is
man.
violating. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working on some things. Well, I've been working with a Ugandan star named Eddie Kenzo. He's coming to.
Dope name, too.
I'm like, Kenzo, that's the guy that make the Kenzo shirts?
Nah.
Eddie
Same
Kenzo.
name though.
Oh,
Yeah, he's coming here next month to do the One Fest show out here with some other Afrobeat artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trio or a triad, so it's one of 3 shows. One of them is going to be in New York, then the second one is in London, and then the third one is on my birthday in Dubai. So it's going to be good.
You going to all 3 of them shits too.
Listen.
I need to have a conversation.
I need to be in London.
My
Man. I want to
God.
go to London.
So we're working on that now. He's been releasing music. And recently, Jackson Wang, so I worked on his release. If you guys are not familiar with him, he's from a Korean pop group that is like huge, GOT7. And he has a solo career as well, and he started rapping. He has a feature with Gucci Mane. He reached out to me to work that record, that video. And I got it on Billboard, and it started charting on the Social 50 charts, and it's doing really well. He's also on GoLink's new album on a song called Rumble.
Shout out to fucking Yams, man.
Yeah, Yams, you put
RICHARDINE BARTEE.
is what you do. Are you getting credit for everything that you do?
The people that need to know, they know, and that's that's it for me. I have the receipts, so that's enough comfortability for me. I'm not going around looking for more than what I need.
You seem very humble to be putting a lot of these artists in these positions that they in, and for somebody to just like see you in the street and just like walk by you without you getting like the proper notification. It's like, wow.
You know, it's good to be able to walk down the street.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
No,
it
I'm
really
not
is.
saying that's a dope thing that you got. I actually really wanted that. Like, I ain't never really want to be in front of the camera. I wanted to be like a person like you in a position like you, make power moves. All the right people know you, and live a regular life. Well, it don't got to be regular, but you could be amongst the regular without all of
The hoopla,
Yeah,
all the
the
cameras,
yeah,
all the flicks,
yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
So you in
I
the
wish I
perfect
could-
position.
Wish I could be Yams.
You're funny.
I'm
Yeah.
dead
Look, I
serious.
go through a
That
lot of stuff. I
No.
don't think you.
It's okay to
It's
go
a
through
lot
those trials and
going on
tribulations
every day.
You fighting because people
Right.
want your position.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then not only that, like if you working with a new artist, it's a fight every damn day. Like you got to make people believe that this person is next.
Right.
That's
Right.
not a walk in the park. You are pitching until you get them there. Like
But you was like the pitching thing, like that goes into self promotion, right? Whereas back in the days there was stickers, there was your whole
Flyers.
street team, flyers. How do you go about doing that now in this generation with social media?
That's it.
you can still do that, but now it's about placements, like where you are. Like people are, assessing things on their phone. Like if you're on a Spotify playlist and millions of people listen to that, then you need to be on that Spotify playlist. That's not easy to get on the Spotify playlist. And most of the times you need large budgets to get any kind of like real recognition, or if it's not tens of thousands of dollars, then you basically have to have somebody that is that valuable to co-sign you,
Right.
because then that's also
They're gonna
equity.
co-sign.
That's money.
Keep telling everybody.
So yeah, so when you get the co-sign, it's like somebody putting up the money for you, basically.
man. The cosign helps the movement. There's nothing wrong with grinding it up from the ground up, but a specific cosign is like those people look okay, bring them in.
It's very similar to the MC Shan and KRS-One thing, because
Yeah.
once you say that person's name, you just, on the flip side, like if you're co-signing somebody, you just hope that they have their stuff together.
You're
'Cause
right.
if they don't, then it's just kind of like
it
a
makes
waste
you
of a
look bad.
co-sign. Yeah. So
Makes
it's
you
like,
look bad. It's like like when you looking for a job and you tell a person like, "Yo, hire him," and you get hired, but this motherfucker's he get fired the next week.
wilding out.
You can't go to your manager and ask again like, "Yo, I got somebody else that could work."
Right. No,
It's
that's
gonna
a
look
fact.
bad.
I
Let
feel
me
you.
give you a story. So I don't even know how many days ago, maybe 10 days ago, we were in Atlanta. And I had a situation where I was able to get an artist in front of Rel Carter,
Shout
the
out, Rel Carter.
A&R at Rock Nation, for them to sit with somebody at Def Jam and also the team at Atlantic Records, right? Okay. So when you think about that as an artist, a new artist, like, that's like meeting whoever your hero is, right?
Right.
Because that's like the end goal, that's the final stage. So anyway, we're there, and for me, I really like experiments. I like to see how people behave when they're put in the position to really change their lives. Because people come up to me all the time, "Yo, if I just had a shot, like, yo, listen to my stuff," or "I feel like I should be signed to this and that and that and that." And then it's like
They go
when
blank
get
when they
there-
right there.
Oh yeah.
They go blank.
And it's like, "What happened, honey? Like,
Had a lot to talk about before.
you just what happened? I don't understand." So anyway, we're down there, and we're in this house. And well, before that, the day before that, we went to the recording studio that they had booked out. And so we get there, and oh my God, I'm just
The fumble is real.
So I play the music. I play the project on my phone, and we sitting there with Rel, and it's probably like, I want to say maybe 9, 10 other people there playing the music, right? So just think about this like in portions, right? You Final Fantasy, you get to the last board, right? And you're getting ready to like
fight the final dragon.
Exactly. You there, and it's like, shit, all right, well, all I need is like this one shot. All right. So they EQ the music on my phone, play the music. Music is playing. Everybody's feeling it. I select the tracks because I know what's going to speak to these people in the room. Before that, there was an issue. No, we should play this. I'm like, no, we shouldn't play that because I am one of these people. I know what they're going to gravitate towards. Right. Sure enough. Play the first track. They looking around like, did he just say that? What the fuck? Okay. So I'm like, okay, got the attention, right? So they're feeling it. The hook comes on, and he's just like so disrespectful with his rap. I just like rap music like that. Like, you just got to be so disgusting to the point where it's like, I can't believe you said that, but I'm fucking with you. So anyway, that goes on. Second song comes on. It's a different vibe. Specifically, this person, I feel like, and I'll play it for y'all afterwards, the track that we played first, I think is that artist, like, the level of music that they should be producing, right? It should always stay at that bar.
Okay.
And then he's gifted, so he's a great songwriter, but some of the stuff that he made, I felt like it should be sold to other artists.
Okay.
Because it's not
fitting him.
Yeah. He can make the reference and he can carry the song, but it's not for him.
Right.
So they understood all of that. So now Rel is trying to talk to the artist, right? And he's asking questions. Artist is not answering.
Why the artist wasn't answering the questions?
Not saying anything. Nothing. Okay. So.
That's weird.
Okay. See? Strike one.
Right.
So imagine now, right? How I'm feeling.
He don't got no social skills.
Imagine now, see, this is the thing, because I need artists to understand that, like, when you come across somebody that can actually change your life, right? And you got to know that there are thousands of people reaching out to us every day. So we have to see what makes you special and if you're serious.
Right.
Right? Okay.
You got to sell it.
So you handpick one person. We were invited. I received the invitation to be there based on what I pitched to Rel's team, right? Okay, and going back to the pitch, right? Because it has to come from me, and I believe in the person.
Right.
We get down there, you're behaving like that. What does that say to me? You're disrespecting me, right? You don't value my time. Fuck everybody sitting down. Right? I'm pussy. I don't want this. I spent my money to get down there. Didn't ask anybody for a dime. There's people that collect so much money from new artists.
Right.
Taking advantage, won't do shit, right?
Right.
But I'm not one of those people. So now when now I'm spending my hard-earned money to get you somewhere, and you get to where you say you want to be, and you fumble like that, you better never tell anybody that you never had an opportunity. Because I hear that shit all the time. Yo, if I just had a chance, or, oh yeah, this person did me dirty. So what do you do when no one does you dirty, and there's somebody that can actually help you? You don't know what that feels like. So you're naturally going to fuck up. And that goes back to mental health, right? And being ready and really understanding what you're about to embark on. There's no one taking the time to really sit down with these people and really coach them. Like, okay, this is the life that you want to live. Like, this is what it's going to entail. It's not about just playing songs for somebody and them feeling it.
Right.
Like, there's so much work that goes into it. And when people see the work that they actually have to put forth, they get pussy.
Right. Right.
Then you get shelved. So whenever you're telling the story, you got to tell the full story. Don't say Def Jam shelved me or this and that or these label niggas or whatever, you know, I'm not fucking with them or they did me dirty or whatever. You got to be accountable for your bullshit and know what you sign up for and do your part and stop making excuses and don't waste anybody's time. Straight up.
Super fast.
A lot of these motherfuckers don't got personality. When it's time to them to communicate with the people in the room, they don't know how to talk.
Completely shut down.
They shut down. They don't know how to talk.
Stage
And
fright.
then when we leave, the young man punched the door. Okay.
Because he knew he blew his opportunity.
Punched the door. That was day one, right? They invited us to 2 different situations. Okay?
What was wrong with him? Did he tell you why he punched the door?
It doesn't even matter. I got to that, but it doesn't matter because guess what?
He was mad at his girl.
You've been living your entire life to get to this point.
And blew it.
Whatever's going on with you
Shelve it.
doesn't matter.
That shit is behind
it doesn't
you.
matter because you say that you want this so bad.
Everything shouldn't matter.
I took care of all of the problems that could have been there. You don't have no money. Okay, cool. I didn't ask you for any money. Let's go. I have shit to do.
Right.
But guess what? I'm putting it on the back burner for you. I don't need to go down there to meet with them. I don't record music.
Right.
I can see them when they're in New York.
Right.
These people email me, right? You know what I'm saying? I have my own relationships with the
Right.
labels.
Right.
I don't need to hop to another state to go meet with anybody. I'm doing this for you. What? I don't know. So everybody can sit up here and say, yeah, if I had the opportunity, but like I hear that all the time and it happens all the time. We get into a room, I don't know if it's because it's Jay-Z's relatives or it's like, it's a, oh shit, I can't believe I'm here. Like it's an out of body experience. I don't have time for that.
So before we leave, let the people know what to do in these type of situations for the people that's listening that never did have that chance.
Take a deep breath. And if somebody is talking to you and they are investing their time, right? Because time is valuable and it's priceless. If you're scared, communicate that and let them know. We're all human beings. Say it. Like, yo, I really thought that I had it, but now I'm in this room and it's fucking me up. Say it.
Mm-hmm.
Say it. You got to communicate because I can't do that for you.
Right.
I can get you there, but I can't be you. And I don't want to be you. I need you to be you. That's what I'll say.
Wow.
You
gotta be
own
hungry,
the
man.
moment.
Own the moment.
You gotta own the moment, man.
But without aggression also.
Right.
Because
they're scared of that shit.
There's people that feel like they're entitled because, oh, they're so good or they've been told that they're great. There are so many super talented people that are better than the people on the radio and they don't know how to conduct themselves. Like, I would rather deal with somebody who understands how to conduct themselves and how to speak for themselves than it being like this sheer master talent. Like,
right.
That's not real. Okay, yeah, there's people better than Jordan when Jordan was in his prime. I hear that all the time, but like, you're not Jordan. It's the reason why you didn't get to where he is or where he was at the time.
Right.
There are reasons.
Right.
Some people don't get opportunities, others do, and they blow it. So.
Right.
Damn.
Own the moment without the aggression.
3 different labels.
Shit.
Okay.
And he fucked up on all 3. Oh, it's over.
Fumble the ball.
You know, I notice a lot of talented artists be scared of success. They say they want it, and then when the opportunity come, they do everything in their power to fuck it up. they scared of success. They
I
scared of
think
that.
I think it's natural, but I think to completely go mute, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, I went through that with a
You
guy
are a rapper. You are a songwriter, a singer. How you at a loss for words? That makes no sense to me.
too. Right, but
You
probably
spend
had
time with words all day.
Word. That's
probably had a full conversation with you on the way out though.
Oh my God.
like nothing never
Verbal
happened.
Beating. Nah, I went in. I had to go in.
Yeah, but you know, like I had the same type of shit happen, man, with a nigga from DC. You know what I mean? Had it with Irv and them.
Mm-hmm.
Went all the way to LA, and he had a drinking habit, and that it showed. I didn't go with him that time.
He was drunk when he was at
Boy,
this.
he fumbled. When my man came back, I was like, yo.
It's on. It's on.
That nigga was like,
That's another thing. Like
not
substance abuse,
It's not good.
you won't really know until you're around a person.
Right.
Like it's so like I don't know, it's really sad.
I say if you're going to drink after everything is over. Then have your fun. Don't go there drunk. Don't
Right.
do your shows drunk. Drink after the show.
fumbled the ball. I mean,
It's crazy,
he
man.
I
fumbled.
guess when you're addicted though,
It ain't no time.
you
I
can't,
need this
like,
now.
Yeah.
And then when
crazy.
you got an abundance of it too, when you
Unlimited,
around
yeah.
unlimited, it's like, and they like, yeah, do you?
You drinking
Probably
mixed
even
liquor.
that's a test too,
Mm-hmm.
to be like, yo, how much is this nigga going to drink? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Nigga.
they still like, yo, do you? Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to show up, you
can't-
lost
you can't
for
show
words.
up.
You know, like you said, just like, huh?
People defeat themselves.
Yeah.
They really do.
Then you done dropped a jewel, man. Damn, you done dropped
And
a
this kind of
serious
stuff
jewel.
happens every day. Every day. Show knows it. Y'all know. It's
But
always something
that
going
shit,
on.
That shit real, you know. And like she said, you put that much time and effort into a person for them to, just not appreciate that time and effort from, that could
Right.
go anywhere.
Right.
It could go to yourself. It could go anywhere. But, we took the time out for you. And you get there and, like,
You blow everything.
you forget your lines. It's crazy. You bug.
And he knows. We drove down there.
Yeah.
Like, because it was impromptu. It's like, okay, let's go. Like, I called him on FaceTime.
Yeah. Like
So-
We out now.
Yeah, like,
And he blew
first,
that.
no, I got like a little borderline curse. Like, where you at? I'm like, we on our way down now.
just got an invitation for another one today.
Mm.
Another situation. But I don't know anybody that's, like, ready for that. And then there's so many artists that talk so much shit about labels. I don't need the label, whatever. And then, like, situation happened, and it's like, yo, let me do that. It's like, but I saw you online, right? You was talking wild shit. Like, I'm good.
Motherfucker,
You know what, too?
forget. God damn.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what, too?
straight.
I don't think none of us has really come across the it. That it. Like, he got it. She got it. You know what I'm saying? As far as just
It's a look.
all of
sound.
it, not just lyrical.
No,
beat.
I have. But you know
Oh.
what? They're the most troubled people. And it's always been like
shit.
that. Like, the people that are, like, polarizing and very hard to deal with, they're usually the superstars. They be fucked up.
They're weird.
They be fucked up.
I know one, and you know one. Dope artist, personality on weirdo. Like, damn,
Yeah, they're very special.
not sociable.
Special people.
I mean, like,
I got one guy, but I would never do that to myself again. Like right now.
You gotta be really strong, man. You gotta want it more than they do.
I feel
That's the
different.
only
I
way
feel
it's
like
gonna
they
work.
gotta want it more than you do.
They never will, because guess what? Like, they know they're ill. They know they're amazing. Like,
I told you about that.
and for
already.
them, it's common. Like, they're not seeing it the way that we see it. It's kind of like, oh, it's something that I do. Like, I know I'm great,
right.
but, like, let me get into this shit that I'm doing over here. Like, that's how they are. So
They
it's
rather do the other shit that they doing instead of sticking with the things that they talented doing.
They love it. I won't say that they don't love it. They love it, but it's like, if it happens, cool.
Damn.
That's what it is. It's like everybody else around them going harder than them.
That's not good.
Yeah, people want it more than you. I told the artist that. I said, I can't want it more than you. I'm not the rapper, nigga. Period.
Let the people know where to find you at and where can they send their music at.
I don't
so
know
you
if I
don't
want
get-
them to find me.
Come
though.
on, let them find you. Let them find you. Give them
Woo!
your email, your IG, your Facebook. Show some love.
Y'all can go to the GRUNGECAKE page on Instagram, GRUNGECAKE on everything, and you can go to the website grungecake.com.
You heard it first. We got RICHARDINE BARTEE in the motherfucking building. By the way, I wanted to ask you, are you Haitian?
No,
Ethiopian?
everybody thinks all these things. Like
The last name, the BARTEE. What kind of
Haitian
last
guy
name?
asked me if I was Haitian like 2 days ago, so that's funny. No, my parents are Liberian.
Liberian.
Yeah, my mother's father is Libyan, and
From Libya.
my brother and sister married Haitians, and one of my other brothers, he likes Jamaican women.
Yard people.
Yeah.
All islanders. We all islanders.
Yeah, we all from across the water.
I just wanted to say this one thing. I had a opportunity to meet RICHARDINE mom's beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
Love your mom.
Thank you.
Oh,
And
what?
much
Love your
different.
mom.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, what?
You ain't. Yeah.
You ain't
go.
come, bro.
Wow.
Dope.
Look,
Mom
look.
Dookie
He's salty
dope.
over there. Get the pretzel.
Wow.
Yo, I just want to say, man, thanks for everybody listening. Y'all was checking in on us. My boy is back. Y'all thought that I was serious when I said that he's fired. I said that you was fired online. Motherfuckers hit me like, yo, son, you serious? What happened to the show? Like, I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm only joking. But as y'all see, my boy is back. We in the building with RICHARDINE, GRUNGECAKE. Finally, we got him. We out.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all are hilarious. Hey, everyone. It's RICHARDINE BARTEE from GRUNGECAKE. I just did an amazing interview with the Moving Forward show.
Bow.
Yo, listen, man. Listen. GRUNGECAKE, man. RICHARDINE BARTEE. Great interview. Duce, Flo, RICHARDINE. That's what it is, man. We here.
Building, baby. Make sure y'all tune in. Thanks for
GRUNGECAKE. Look at
everybody.
the cup I got for my Duce.
Thanks for everybody that been listening, man.
Yeah, man. Support,
And
subscribe.
And watch.
Support, subscribe, man. Watch, and we love y'all.